Okay, we are streaming. I think we're streaming. Check one, check two, check one, check two. Streaming is pending until broadcast. Hey, there we go. Link to the stream, copy. Check one, check two. Where are we? Where are we? Hello, hello. Are we streaming yet? Hello. Hey, there we are. We are streaming. Cool. Hello, people. Hey there. We are streaming. Hello, people. This is totally random and not planned. So, hello and welcome. It is Seth from Social Media Escape Club. I'm glad you are here. If you've just randomly popped in here, you can click on my profile up there and see the newsletter I run, Social Media Escape Club, all about getting off social media, which is near and dear to a lot of people's hearts, right? So that's what we're talking about today. That's what we're getting into. That's what we're about. That's what we're about. Can we see this? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Does that switch yet? So I wrote a fun post. I don't know why this is all stretched out, the website there. But that's my website. And I spoke with Steph today from the Awakened Business, which was a lot of fun. We met, they saw me through Josh Spencer's newsletter, I believe. And then Steph reached out and we got talking. And we got talking on the boring stuff that can change your life, that can do the stuff that you want to see in your business or your art, or how you want to talk about the stuff that you do online and in real life. So that's, whoa, we don't want that. Why is that showing up there? You don't need to see my inbox. Whoa. Not that there was anything there saucy at all. No. I'm still learning OBS, people. Still learning this OBS stuff, which is where and how I can stream. Hi, Blue. My kitty is here. Look at that kitty butt right on there. Hello, Amy J. Good to see you. Sean Jeffrey, welcome. We're just talking about the boring stuff that could change your life. In this case, what I was talking about was the idea that instead of, hello Blue, let's get Blue a little more in the picture there he is, there's my buddy. So instead of posting and getting stuff on social media all the time and doing the lottery, the scratch off lottery ticket that so many of us do, instead of spending an hour making a vertical video for Instagram that 96% of our readers, our followers, won't see. What if we took an hour and just emailed some people? I'm sure there's people that you need to reply to. There's people that you've worked with in the past that you could reach out to. There's people that you want to work with maybe in the future. What if we emailed them, right? So that's the basis of the boring stuff can change your life. Yeah, right, buddy? I already fed you. I just gave you some food. I know, buddy. I know. So basically, that's a little jumping off point. You can go to my website. You can go to my Substack profile from Substack Live. Or you can go to socialmediaescape.club. And then you can read this blog post. The boring stuff can change your life. Yeah, there's lots of stuff on there. But hey, this is Office Hour, basically, here on a Wednesday. I was going to say a Friday. It's not a Friday. It feels like a Friday because it's the day before Thanksgiving. But here we are. And I'd love to answer any questions that people might have about leaving social media, or how do you grow your audience without social media? How do you make this stuff work without social media? That's the question, right? That's the question. So if anyone's got questions for how they operate, how they're working, how you're operating, please, I'd love for you to just drop that in the chat. I'm good. I'm good to just keep chatting here though, because hello, Joe. Because I could talk about this stuff all day. So, another fun thing that we talked about. What was that other thing? Yeah, me and Steph, we talked a bit about. Not that. Just trying to find my notes on what we talked about earlier today, but I guess that's all gone. So that's okay. Definitely the thing about that, though, is a common thing that people like to talk about is getting on. And there's Mike Soden. I'm sorry, Mike Soden. Mike Soden, sorry. Who I just chatted with a minute ago. That was another fun thing. That's so much of the stuff that I get to talk about with folks and throughout the week and on my weekly Zoom calls with Social Media Escape Club is people. It's the people. The people is so important in all of this. It's not hashtags. It's not social media platforms. It's not figuring out the latest, greatest, coolest, hackiest thing. It's not how to write a viral note on Substack Notes. It's about people. Hanging around the right people, the right group, the people with the same vibes and stuff like that. Stuff is crucial. That stuff is crucial. And I would love for all of you to do more of that. And if anyone wants to dive into more of that, I'd love. So pop whatever you want into the chat, and we'll jam on that. Yes, Joe, 100%. I've met so many of the right people since I left social media. Yeah. Oh, Sean, this is Sean. This is such a big one, and I'm glad you posted this. So now, Sean, if you don't know this, or if other people don't know this, I've been working in and around music for like over 2 decades. Both as a music blogger, I've worked with publicists. I still work with publicists. I work for a record label right now. I've seen a lot. And so this question is giant for me. I've been trying to build an audience for my music for years. I recently went live with Patreon and got all of 3 paying subscribers so far. Any tips? I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle. I've got a video I'm bringing out to my latest song, and I really hope that may help. Oh, Sean. Not doubting any of these things that you're doing. All of these things by themselves, yep, totally. Yep. Oh, I started a Patreon. Great, which I fully believe. Give people a way to give you money. Right on. Patreon is recognized. People trust it. People see other artists that have used it. They know what it is. Might be a little harder with, say, Substack. What the heck's a Substack? Why should I? What's a paid subscription? So people think, people know what Patreon is. So that's great. You got all of 3 paying subscribers so far. You're doing it. It's a big, giant internet out there. And you got 3 people to pay you money because you make music. That's amazing. So don't shortchange yourself on that. Now, of course you want more paying subscribers, right? You want more people paying you on Patreon. I would not stop telling people about Patreon. Don't be afraid, whether in a newsletter or Substack Notes or social media, whatever. Don't stop talking about it. Okay, free subs on Substack, not much interaction. Substack's not here to give you, they say they're here to give you subscribers and this and that. No platform owes you anything. Just like Patreon doesn't owe you anything. They are not going to magically just bring you paying people. Substack is not, it can only do so much. Here's what I say as a musician. You need fans, not like you. we all need fans of our work. And yes, it's wonderful that Substack can help facilitate that. There's Substack notes, this, that, and the other. But the traction is not a given. Well, yeah, and here we go, Joe. I don't get a lot of engagement here on Substack, but the more I joyfully write my newsletters, the more I get actual email responses. That's the key here. Who's emailing you back? Who does like your stuff? Who is commenting? Who is sharing your work? The 3 people you got to pay you on Patreon, who are they? Can you hop on a Zoom call with them? Can you do a studio tour with your 3 paid subscribers? Can you do a behind the scenes, like this is how I mixed my latest song. This is how I edited my latest video. I've met through our weekly calls, I have on there a filmmaker, and they have a Patreon. They do all that stuff. They have a newsletter. It's bursting. They got thousands of subscribers, but they want to start doing they wanted to do a Zoom call, but they didn't want to just like hang out on Zoom. All right, they look, see blue there. Yeah, I know you're in the picture. You're in the picture now. So they didn't want to just hang out on a Zoom call and whatever. So, Blue, you're a star here, buddy. So what they're going to do is they're just going to put up on a Zoom call. They're going to share their screen while they edit photos. That's what they're going to do. So what you could start doing that now with 3 paid members. You're a star, buddy. Now, only one of them will probably show up because that's the way it works. But hey, that's that one person. That's amazing. You should do something like that. You should and if you don't like talking on camera, if you don't like doing that, set up a camera to the side and just show yourself working and mixing your music, making a beat, recording guitar, whatever. You don't have to super duper talk. There are YouTube videos of people of their gear, like top down and making music, that have like tens of thousands of views. So maybe that. I would not, you have 3 paid members. I would not be in a rush to try to, I got to get 10, because you don't know what you're going to do with 3 right now. So tidy up the office. Yeah. That's the joy of, the joy of streaming or doing stuff with the videos. You can have a lot of mess off camera, because trust me, that's what's going on here. So so that's, and then too, as an artist, as a musician, if you can, try to play in front of people. I had someone email me. They had like 50,000 listeners, 50,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, and wanted to know how to get them on their email list. And honestly, I don't know. And my answer, if you want people on your email list, you play in front of them. Totally, Joe. Show us your mess. If you want. Oh, awesome, Sean. Okay, yeah. I don't have a lot of context here, but yeah. So Sean, if you're playing shows, put out a piece of paper and let people get on your email list. Make a QR code. Let them get on there. And not even just passively have it there for people to sign up. Like if you're talking to people after the show at your merch table, out back, in the parking lot or out front, whatever, ask them. Make a postcard or something and hand it to them. Oh, here, get on my email list so you know when I'm playing here next week or whatever. It's all good, Sean. I get people emailing me a lot. Emailing me, where you can write 1,000 words, not just a live stream, but and a lot of context is missed. So all good. Yeah, if you're an artist, if you're a musician doing stuff in person, it can be a lot easier to get emails. There was on my site, socialmediaescape.club. There was a woman in one of our weekly Zoom calls, and talked about how during a show they actually handed out during their performance a clipboard with a piece of paper and a pen Like, here, everybody, and handed it to someone down in the crowd, and got like 35 people on their email list that way. And so people see, my thing is like, here, hand it to them. Write your stupid email address down on a piece of paper in front of me. Like, I mean, everyone's got their own level of engagement and sales feel for them that they have. But yeah, I don't know. Like, when you're talking to someone who's like stoked at the music you make and enjoyed your performance and, oh, I can't wait to see you again. And you can hand them like a piece of paper, or something to like put their email address, an iPad with an email sign up form or something like that. Like, that stuff's huge, because those people, when they get your next email, they're going to open that, and then they're going to see, oh, they have a Patreon too. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm going to get on that. So, yeah. Joe, yes, business cards with Substack QR code on them. Yeah. I think they work. Yep. To know that they work, you could also set up like, and you see this on TV commercials, like go to soandso.com/TV. You could set that up with, or in some way you could set that up with, it's a little tricky, but you could set up different domain names for that kind of stuff to track how effective your print stuff might be. There's a site called dub.co. Is it dub.co? Excuse me, Blue. I need my mouse. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I think it's dub.co. Dub.co. Yeah, dub.co. You could use that as your URL on a business card, and that would point people to the sign up thing. But then you get to see like how many people actually clicked on that dub.co link, and it's free. Like, you could do a bunch of them with that. Hi, Christy. Good to see you. We're talking. We had a question earlier about trying to build an audience for music for years. Yeah, and then being on Patreon and having three paying members, which I think is awesome. So that's where we're at. Yeah, dub.co can be pretty cool. I actually use that on some of the links on my Substack homepage. There's one at the top about my Zoom calls, and that's actually a dub.co link. So I can gauge how many people actually click that from Substack. I actually used links like that too in my Substack welcome email to gauge then how many people are actually opening and reading my welcome email too. Cool, Sean. And Sean, totally feel free. Go to my site, do my email guidance thing. It's a free reply up till December 1st. So there you could give me more context. You could show me some links and stuff like that. And yeah, I can answer questions. That goes for anybody. Socialmediascape.club. Up till December 1st, you can send me questions, like personalized to exactly what you're doing. You can send me links to your website and all that kind of stuff. Hey, I'm trying to make more sales. I'm trying to grow my audience, blah, blah, blah. And I'll write an actual for real email back to you, and for free till December 1st. And then after that, it's just buy me a coffee. That's all you got to do. So it's not like it's going up like 1,000% or anything like that. It's just buy me a coffee. So all good. Yeah. Cool, Sean. Yeah, growing audience, getting people to Patreon. I would say too, like, and I'm starting to do this more too. Take my own advice, but set up one of those buy me a coffee sites. Set up a coffee, KO/FI. Put a PayPal link somewhere on your page, like, and Venmo. Like, let people give you money. People are in various places. They have various balances on those things. Yeah, I got $5 on PayPal. I'll throw it your way. You know what I mean? Like, Not everybody wants to subscribe. Not everybody wants to sign up for a monthly Patreon. Let people just give you money. You know what I mean? Ellie is here, and Ellie is based in Paris. Thanks for hanging out. I'm just answering questions, little kind of like office hour, talking about how to get off social media or how to lessen dependency on social media and still grow an audience, still manage to not fall off the face of the earth. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Joan, the Biz Bank account. Yeah, Stripe lets you make links that let people put money right into your account. The main link I have for my email guidance is a pay between, $100 and $250 for that service. So you can set them up from $5 to whatever, for anybody. Yes, Joe. Yeah. Yeah. Ellie, yes, the coffee thing. Yep. Right. Yeah. Ellie, there are so many people I come across, whether it's Substack notes or lately, I come across their blog now because I'm like really tuned into that world and just finding stuff here and there and like, yeah, you know what? Here's $5, whatever. Here, we don't need to lock into a month-to-month subscription. Now, I also think too, if they don't have something like that, like signing up for someone's monthly thing for $5 a month and like canceling, I'll set a reminder on my phone. Hey, remind me to cancel this thing, next week. That's totally valid too. Like, I don't think anyone's going to be angry that you become a paid subscriber and cancel after one. Like, I mean, if they do become angry, that's on them. But hey, you gave them $5. You know what I mean? Coffee money is great. Yes. Coffee money is great. There are like 3 or 4 places here in town. I love, when we say coffee money, it's literally coffee money. I'm usually like, I have a Venmo debit card. I have a PayPal debit card. When people give me that $5 or whatever like that, yeah, I'll use that the next time I go there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. See, right, Joe? Like, I should actually tell people about mine. Yeah, we all... We are some of the worst people to talk about the ways that people can give us money. Yeah, myself included. I actually did link to my coffee page, whatever it's called, in my latest newsletter. I don't know that anybody clicked on it, but that's okay. That's okay. Because they might see that newsletter, a month down the road. They might open up that email newsletter, later today. Who knows? Ooh, Sean, there you go. There's a potential listener. Drop that link. Anyone, please drop your links to your stuff. I know it's hard to click on links on these Substack lives unless you're watching them on your browser. It can be a little difficult, but I don't know. Can you copy and paste them? Yeah, you can copy if you're on the desktop. Me doing this stream, I actually have the browser up on my desktop so I can watch the chat a lot better. I'm also not using the phone to do it. I'm actually streaming from OBS. So I have my actual webcam camera and so. I love, you know what? I'm going to actually put in here my Ko-fi link. If anyone wants to copy and paste that. But that could be also just an example of like, oh, this is how a Ko-fi page can look. This is how it can operate, Yeah, that coffee site's neat. I like it. I don't use it enough. I don't promote it enough, that's for sure. There we go. Yes, people, put those links in. Heck yeah. And Sean, I'm glad you didn't put like I'm gonna look at Sean's site now. Great. Let me send you a free album. Send me songs. Okay. I had to click twice to get there, but all right. That works. Send me songs. And what are you asking there for too? Okay, name, email, city and country. Okay, that's a bit, but okay. Free songs, yep. Sean, if I were you, totally unsolicited advice is, I mean, you have a link right there to, I see your album art. Sean Jeffrey, music with guitars, synths, and heart. Sure. Got a bunch of links at the top. Let me send you a free album. There's a great black and white photo. Well, the thing I'm thinking here is there's no place for me in the first few seconds to click and listen to your music. I know that says here, get my latest EP, Escape, is available exclusively here on Bandcamp. Man, I would just embed that right there. Like every extra click that someone has to do is opportunity for them to just close out of the tab and go somewhere else. Under my new project name. That's great. Yeah. I would just really do that. I would make it so someone can click right away. Like, let me send you a free album. I don't even know if I like your music yet. You know what I mean? Like, I'm someone that's totally like, make it one click for someone to just start listening. You know what I mean? Again, I say that with love. I say that with kindness. I say that with someone with over 20 years of looking at artists and how they set up their websites and their flow and stuff like that. So please don't take that as any attack. Cool. Yeah, I knew you won, but yeah, cool. Right, Joe? Yeah, let me just listen right now before I commit. Like, yeah, right. To ask for someone's email address before they listen to a note, that's a lot. Because what if they turn out and they hate it? And they're like, oh, now I got to unsubscribe from this extra email, which sometimes doesn't happen right away, and then you get an extra email. Now you're mad. So, right? Yeah, Joe. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is put that Bandcamp embed right there on the page. Let people listen right away. I would also say that too about like on social media always. I would see that. I would see a lot of artists and bands, hey, go listen to our new song on Spotify. Hey, go listen to it on Bandcamp over here. I would be like, but you can embed a video of your music. Like a person could just click play and hear it right away. Right there without leaving Twitter, without like even Instagram. You could just click and like listen right there because as a video. And there are no links really on Instagram. People have to jump through hoops to go to your profile and then click there, and then there's 18 links. Like, which one do I pick? Is it Spotify? Is it Listen? Do I go to your website? Just let people click play, Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Sean, it's free, but like, I mean, for everyone with a Spotify account, all music is free. You know what I mean? Like, people don't fall in love with music because it's free. They fall in love with the music. So it's like when I see a lot of coaches or whatever like that. I have 18 years of this and I have this and that, and I work with SEO and stuff like that. Like, yeah, great. Like, how are you changing my life? What are you doing? What's the transformation that you're guaranteed, that you're promising, or where are you going to take me if I sign up for your thing? Heck yeah, Sean. Yeah, and Spotify. Yuck, Spotify. Ew. Again, you could drive everybody to Spotify. Now you're just doing marketing for Spotify. Because once they get on Spotify, they're going to listen to your 3 songs and be like, oh, you know what? I want to listen to that song that I fell in love with when I was 12. I want to listen to that song that like I heard for the first time on MTV when I was a youngin'. My first concert. I'm going to go. Now they're on Spotify, So, Yeah, if you get them on your site and they listen on Bandcamp, volunteering for Spotify, exactly. They got money for marketing. They don't need our help. So, Joe, it's fine. Whatever. Good. Listen to it. There you go. Look at that. Joe likes it. Blue, you are being annoying. You're being an annoying little brat. Yes, you are. You should look at the camera. Yeah. So, I'm a big thing I'll say too, and this is a hill I'll die on, is stop sending people to YouTube to watch our videos. I embed those videos on your site, put them in your, Substack newsletter, whatever. Keep them in your place. Don't send them to YouTube, because once you send them to YouTube, they're on YouTube's turf. And, you're competing with people who make it their living to make compelling videos and to pull you in and all that, Yeah, he's a big boy. He's like 14 pounds. Aren't you? You're a big boy. Yeah. What, you coming up here? Come on. You going to crawl up here? Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, good. Okay, fine. Fine. Get out of here. Oh. It's totally true, Joe. Yeah. All of this stuff is hard. There's like 12 things I need to put on my website. I need a search box on my Social Media Escape Club website that I don't have. I should freshen up my memberful page. Oh my goodness, bigger than your Cocker Spaniel. Yeah, he's a big boy. There's always so much to do. But that's why we talk about this stuff, because then it lights a fire under our butts, and then we change some stuff, So I'm going to throw in a link for dub.co into the chat for anyone. Again, that's a link that you could use that you would give out that link. Maybe it's to your Substack, or maybe like it would be dub.co/ the name of your newsletter or something like that, or maybe your name. Because that way then if you hand out 50 business cards, you can track, oh, cool, 3 people clicked that dub.co link. So you would make that specific. So you could have a whole dashboard of that and how that would look. So, yeah. Just a neat little way. I guess you could do that with Bitly as well, but yeah, dub.co is really nice. It's a nice user interface and stuff like that. So just ideas, just something to track the way that we, share stuff out there to see if it's effective. We print these things and we put them out there, and is anyone paying attention? Is anyone clicking? Does anyone go home and click the thing? So there was a fun way too in the music world that this band collected email addresses. They set up a photo booth. They were a big enough band that they had hundreds of people at their shows. They set up a photo booth with an iPad, and so you could take a picture with the band. And how did you get the photo after you took it? You put your email address in. And that's how, and then of course, the permission was there, hey, do you want to sign up for my email list, our email list? And they got 5,000 email addresses that way. They did a tour, that whole thing. Again, if you're playing in front of hundreds of people at night, you're on an official bill, that can happen. But that is a real fun way too of how do you set it up and automate something? Now, obviously not all of us can do that, but it's just a neat way to think about it, Cool, Sean. Take care, dude. Take care. Anyone else got any questions about your website, about your music, about whatever? Drop your link in there. Cool. There'll be a replay of this. I'll post this on my Substack. It'll be on YouTube probably, all that good fun stuff. Because we take the time to make these videos. Why not put them in different places, So help people get the word out, help people do the things that they want to do. So if anyone else has any questions, I'm going to be here. Wow, it's 1:45 already. If anyone's got any questions about getting away from social media, building an email list, paid offerings, all that fun stuff, websites, let me know. Drop it in the chat. Blue, what are you doing? Now, my cat is on my other desk right now, knocking a pen off of the desk. Blue. Ellie, that's a great question. How do you explain to clients that social first is not the backbone of a great marketing plan? I feel like people think it's 2014 and you can build an organic audience on Facebook. I would say first and foremost is I love throwing it out there like, okay, every post we put up on social media, if we're lucky, 10% of our audience sees it. If we're lucky. And I like to flip that. I like to say, like, if whatever we post on social media, 90% of our audience does not see it unless you pay for it, which sucks. So then it becomes like, or also I love saying too, like, if you do everything right and you do everything perfect and you gain 1,000 new followers, the next time you post something, maybe 100 of them will see it. Maybe 10% will see it. So then it becomes, why not just get 100 people on our email list? Like, that's a lot easier. So I like going that route. I like going the opposite route. Like, all the effort and energy required to build these social media followings, we're just building followings of people that we can't reach unless we pay the social media platforms, which obviously not organic then. Build an organic audience on Facebook. I would just say, like, I would just do the numbers and the percentages. Like, if you send out to 1,000 people on social media, you'll be lucky if you reach 10% of them. If you send an email to 1,000 people, you'll probably reach 40%. 40% of them will open the email. That's 400 people. And so, like, more people getting your latest news and everything like that is I just can't see how that's not as more valuable than, like, the illusion of, like, growing our following list on platforms that we can't reach our followers on. Hey, Craig Lewis is here. You're welcome, Ellie. Yeah, is getting 100 email subscribers easy? No, but it's because they're worth so much. Like, the trust required to get 100 people is huge. Whereas on social media, it's like, yeah, I'll follow. And then, like, people follow, 4,000 accounts and they don't see anything ever. But when they do sign up, it's like there's such a trust issue with building an email list. Whether it's from your previous clients, people who've bought from you in the past, people that signed up for something in person at a show or a pop-up event or in the store, that stuff's so valuable. They came there. They were in your space, 100 of them. 100 is not impossible, Like, you could do 10, 20 at a time, over a couple weeks, whereas social media, oh my goodness. And I always think too of, like, on the social media space is like our whimsical posts, the stuff that we spend all our time on making and building, it's like right next to, like, horror. It's right next to, like, swear words. I'm being PG here. Like, it's our stuff is nestled next to crap, whereas in our inboxes, sure, people sign up for a bunch of stuff. Their inboxes are busy. But, like, our email can be like an oasis for people. They open up that one email and boom, they're reading one email. So I would also say, like, and I wrote this on the post that's on socialmediaescape.club right now, is how valuable... Oh, Ellie, I do that all the time when speaking of billboard specifically. People will say like, "Oh, well, if I'm not on social media, how else am I going to reach, people?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, have you tried a billboard?" And they're like, well, "No, no." Oh, and I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. Okay, billboards out off. How about direct mail?" What? Like, look, there's 1,000 different ways to like reach people. There's television, there's radio ads, there's podcasts, there's so much. There's YouTube, which is bigger than all the social media platforms combined. Like, there's just so many ways. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather tell my client to pay for a billboard. Absolutely. Yeah. But the idea of like if you have an hour to spend on something, like you could spend an hour making a great vertical video on for Instagram that 90% of your audience isn't going to see, or you could email like you could take an hour and email your best clients or customers directly, like a personal email, not even like an automated campaign or a blast. You could just email them and be like, "Hey, thanks for being a great customer. Here's a coupon," or something like that. Like how far does that go? Those are people that are already on your list. Ooh, Ellie, yes. Direct mail gets a massive return for fundraising, of course. Oh my goodness, who doesn't like to get stuff in the mail from people that they've already given money to? Like, I work for a record label. Like, people that have bought this last record and they have a new record out. Who's the first people we send the email to? People who bought that last record. Joe, I have a question. I feel like I want to reach different audiences for different things. Any suggestion on keeping my website coherent? I want to target holiday makers and locals to join me, my in-person events, nature lovers all over to join my membership. Ooh. I feel like I want to reach different audiences for different things. I mean, yeah, I mean, if there's an event on your website, like you could put a banner up there, like that top banner thing, or just make it a big lead thing. Hey, if you're local, here's this thing. People that are thousands of miles away obviously can't go to it. That's fine. But if you put something next to it of like, hey, I do this online membership thing too, like I think that's you could still put that next to it. I think though for the locals, for them to show up and see that you're prioritizing local, make sure it has the address and all that kind of stuff in there, the times, so they recognize that super local. I think those two things can definitely coexist on a website. I don't think you need to make like a section of like local events. Like you could have an events tab or whatever like that for upcoming stuff. But I think you could lead with the local stuff a lot of the times, which might even strengthen your membership part, because look, everyone can say they have membership online. Oh yeah, I have a community online. Yeah, great, cool. But if you can show and put up photos of you and in person and doing these in-person events, oh, this person's the real deal. Like remember, we're all battling this AI slop stuff. Anyone can say they do online membership stuff. Anyone. Prove it. Prove it. You know what I mean? And I kind of want to advertise to groups, schools, businesses that they can hire me to facilitate. They all feel so different. Joe, I would seriously trust the local element of like just doing the thing, and the people that have the capacity to hire you are there. And then like, I don't think you need to make a section on your website to be like, oh, you can hire me too. No, meet the people there. I had a friend that started a choir a couple months ago. They just did their performance, and a person that was like in their orbit of the venue that they rented, of people knew, they saw this person leading and they saw this person doing the event, and they're like, hey, we should talk. And now they're talking, and they might get hired for a 6-figure job. So, and they were right there. It wasn't the website, it wasn't their newsletter. It was like, no, they're right there. So I would really focus just on the people that are right there. Dino's here. Hey, what's up, Dino? Awesome, Ellie. Take care. Yeah, just made an events tab. Yeah, that makes sense for people in the area. But I would totally lead like on the front page of like, yo, I'm a real person and I do real stuff. People trust me to do stuff in public. Trust is so big here. Oh, yeah. Joe, I mean, I know you're heading out. I could write some blog posts with photos of my previous in-person things. Lead with in-person. Yes. I set up at a punk rock flea market a couple months ago, and I so wish I got a photo of me at the table talking about Social Media Escape Club. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Everybody, I'm hanging out for 4 more minutes. This was a good, fun Social Media Escape Club office hour. Let me know if you have any questions about your stuff. And you could also go to socialmediaescape.club and click on email guidance. That's where you can pick my brain for 1 email for free up until December 1st. But go check that out if you want. Socialmediaescape.club. Boom. You'll find the email guidance link in the upper right-hand corner. Let's do this. Awesome. Oh, Sean, you're still here. I thought you left. Cool. Cool, Joe. Glad I could help. Camden's here. Camden, I'm taking off in a couple minutes, but good to see you. We got like some celebs showing up here. The last couple minutes. Jeez. Camden, didn't you just recently post like that Substack should hire you? Did you hear anything on that? Nice, Sean. Making dinner for family. Dinner in a couple hours here. Again, boo. Camden, I'm sorry. Camden, I applied for a job at Substack 2 years ago. I think it was no, I don't think I eventually, no, maybe I did eventually apply, but I never heard back. It was for a support position. Oh, cool. Yes, Laura Kidd. Yeah, Laura's so great. She interviewed me on her YouTube channel like 2 years ago, maybe. So if you go to her YouTube channel and just search my name, maybe that video might come up. That was a really fun conversation. That was like forever ago, it feels like. But there's a lot of goodies in there too. So yeah. Oh, Laura's so great. Cool. Yeah, she is. I mean, Camden, the support team doesn't even send many emails. So I don't know how many, if you're going to get a rejection email. I mean, that's a subtle dig at Substack, but so, oh my goodness. Well, hey everybody, I'm gonna head out. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, Sean, if you're in Laura's like creative orbit, and I'm glad I was able to help a little bit or whatever, and Joe got to check out your music. You're in good hands. You're well on your way. So cool. Yeah, we'll get you that 4th and 5th Patreon supporter soon. Cool. And be sure to email me. Do the email guidance thing. Be happy to help. Cool. Cool, Camden. You take care. I know Dino's on here too. Everybody. Awesome. Sean, everybody. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow in the United States. So to anyone, I hope your family time is tolerable, and if not, I hope you set up boundaries and get the heck out and go for a nice fresh walk and sit at the cool kids table. And we get through this holiday. I'll probably be online a bit tomorrow, so we could check in with one another. So yes, yeah. Blue, people are saying bye to Blue. They're saying bye, buddy. All right, awesome, everybody. You take care. Have a great day. Be safe. Happy holidays in the U.S. Take care, everybody.